and I can't make that much noise, so hopefully you guys can hear me fine. Nextly, I'm going to show you guys not just the damage build of Anubis, I'm going to show you certain abilities that he uses, and after I show you all the builds, I'll basically use Anubis in a custom game. I'll probably do a 1v1 a Hyper Joust with a bot, just to show you guys how much damage he can actually do. So first, it's kind of like what I did with the Loki build. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Anubis, I'm going to go to his abilities and look at his passive. It reads, if you guys for some reason can't read or something, I'll just read it to you. All Anubis' abilities steal physical and magical protections from the target, and he gains increased scaling to his item-based magical lifesteal. So right there, that's so much into his build that you're going to need to do if you're going to build him lifesteal. The rest of it says, in addition, Sorrow grants Anubis an additional 30% of reduction to all crowd control durations. That is just, it's crazy for lifesteal. It's insane. And if you build Anubis with any lifesteal, you should go full lifesteal, especially with the Joust. Now, this is his, obvious, his ultimate. And it looks like it's not that much because it's 43 plus 50% of your magical power. But then you have to add in your lifesteal and per tick. And it lasts for 3 seconds, but each tick at 0.1. So literally you have 30 ticks. So 30 times 43 plus the percentage of 15 of your magical power. Then add in your lifesteal from everything. It's just, that's why he can melt people so fast. These are good, I guess. I mean, Mummify, without Mummify, nothing would really work with Anubis. So just get that up to like 2, maybe 3 by the time you finish these. Because what you should do is do hands no matter what game mode you're in. If you start at level 1, do hands, then plague, and then Mummify. And then upgrade hands 2, upgrade plague. Alright, okay, let me rephrase that so it's better to understand. Upgrade the hands to level 3, upgrade the plague to level 2, and then upgrade Mummify to level 2. And keep it going like that. Upgrade hands to level 4, that's a 3, that's a 3, then 5, 4, 4, 5, 5. Obviously you're going to throw Death Gaze in at level 5, and then level 9 I believe, and so on. But now let's get into the items. I do have a preset, and this is a general, this isn't really a specific build. This is what I like to do with the damage. You got your boots, and no matter what, unless you're playing Conquest, don't buy boots first. Especially in a Joust. Don't buy boots first. Go to your next item. That's Reaver. And by the way, that's not Magi, that's Focus. The difference is you don't even get 10% penetration. You just get 10 penetration. That's not really that much of a big deal, especially for 100 gold. No. Then I got Reaver, Warlock Sash, Thoth, Poly, and Ratatouille. Now these 2 relics, those are your basic ones that you're going to want with him. You can switch out Sprint for Meditation. It's really not that big of a deal. But you really want Purification, because you don't want to be in those situations, because Anubis has the smallest health pool of all gods. Then I have a starter item. I have the potions. Now this is situational. This is if you want to build him defensive. Now I'm not going to keep all this. I'm actually going to get rid of everything. That way I can show you guys what's better. Why isn't that? There you go. So first, let's just say you're going into a Joust. You don't pick a starter item. Fuck it. Now this is just anything but Conquest. Conquest, you want boots. Depending on who you're playing, excuse me. Jungle, if you're gonna jungle, you definitely want boots. Sorry to say. You want the $300 boots, and then you want the mask. Once you get the mask, you really don't have to worry about health that much. It's basically just your mana that you have to worry about. So grab meditation with it. But back to Anubis, you can go straight lifesteal, which I could just go right here because it'll be quicker. So you got the 4, right? What you want to build first is poly. It's not the cheapest, but that's completely fine. Next, go to the boots. And at this point, it's really a judgment call. You can get 5% extra magical power, and then you got plus 10, not plus 10%, but plus 10 penetration. It's not really that big of a deal. Or you get the 40 magical power, so you lose 5, but you gain 250 mana, which Anubis' ability reliant, like 100%. He can't really kill people with his basic attacks without his abilities. Then you have 10% cooldown reduction, and you have the same movement speed. I don't see why anybody would ever pick Magi over Focus. It just... So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put up the Focus. Fuck Magi. We're going to go back. We're going to get the Divided Ruin, or the Divine Ruin. Mainly because it costs the least. So you want all the magical lifesteal you can possibly have. Then you go over, it doesn't really matter, it's up to you. I like this one because it gives you a plus, like it's passive, it's an aura. It's passive, plus 30 magical power and 15% lifesteal to all allies within 70 units. So it's not just you, it's now you're in a team. But if it's just like a one-on-one or nobody's really, you know what I'm saying, it's just not really useful because you got an assassin or a hunter or something, then, and you know, since you're a mage, you're going to stay back in a fight. So unless you're in a carry zone for some reason with Anubis, you should get that first, and then your final lifesteal item, which would be the piece. So now, right there, you have 5 items out of your 6. So then your final item. This is completely up to you. You can go for Thoth. I wouldn't recommend it. And Reaver, which is next to it, I wouldn't recommend it. What I would recommend, personally, is in between of Warlock Sash, because of how much health that gives you, not counting with mana, or Rod of Tahuti. Because of Rod of Tahuti, you gain 125 magical power, and then your passive increases your magical power by 25%. So you are doing so much damage. This is what I would build with them. Then I'd get a couple relics. I would definitely get purification, meditation, or sprint. Then what I like to do after that is I go to my consumables, get my potions, and then go up to get my relics. And then down here, I would put in a couple situational items, such as if people's building like defense, I'd put in like 2 penetration items. I would really steer clear from Spirit Desolation unless it's a Hyper Joust or something. Unless you are also just gaining a whole bunch of money, whether it's killing Gold Fury in Conquest or... However, if you are gaining a lot of money, I definitely recommend that, because that means you guys are going to be over leveled, so you're going to get plenty of kills. Plenty of kills. So then, here's the 2 items that I would recommend, because that 33% is as passive that it does, and then it's got its base. So then, after you get that, you know, remember, these are situational. So now, I'll use Breastplate because it has some cooldown, and it's physical, but now I would also want to get magical. It's between Bulwark or Genji's. I like this one because it's passive and you get 10% cooldown. This you get 20% crowd control reduction. But this one I'd rather have a cooldown with, especially with Anubis. And its passive says when you take magical damage from abilities, your cooldowns are reduced by 2 seconds. This can only occur every 30 seconds though. So not only is it an extra 10% cooldown, you're getting 2 seconds cut off of everything on cooldown. So that's what I would get. That's basically the build. I wouldn't really like, you can fuck around with these, add some more if you want, but that's basically just the build. So now I'm going to take all this away. and I'm gonna build another one. Now this is pure offense. This is fuck his passive. We're just gonna straight annihilate everybody. First thing, which one's the one with the stacks? It's Thoth. Yeah. So, oh, speaking of Thoth, that is a Egyptian mage. He is coming out. He's already out for PC. If you guys want to go check that out, you guys can. He's a very late game god. Very, very late game. So now you got the Book of Thoth. Then you're gonna want your boots. No matter what build you're doing. I'm sorry, 100 gold for 5 extra power. It's not worth it. Definitely not worth it. So then you got that. Then you're gonna come down here. You have a choice. You can get Kronos' pendant. It's okay. It's all right. Not what I would get. I would get Void Stone because it reduces the magical protections of enemies. So remember, this is early game. So you're getting a 40 magical power plus a 60 magical protection. So most likely, if you're playing Anubis on a conquest, you're in mid. So, and every mid in conquest, if you guys don't know this, I'm going to enlighten you a little bit. So in conquest, you have 3 lanes, which I hope you guys at least know that. So you got your mid, you got your solo lane, and then you got your support and carry lane. And then all around else is the jungle. So a jungler is normally your assassin. It's 99% an assassin. A middle lane is a mage. This goes for both sides. This isn't just one team. This is both sides. Then you have a guardian or a support. It could be hell with a hunter for a carry and support team. Then you have a warrior normally for solo lane. You can use Loki. I would not suggest it. He's not very good at solo. Very, very good at jungling. Very good. And if you guys want any type of information about Loki, I already have a build out for him. I believe it was 2 or 3 videos ago. I think I've been doing a changey so far, but we'll see. Next, after Void, we'll go ahead. I prefer Kronos' Pendant. I personally do because it gives you 75 magical power and magical plus 25 MP5 and we'll see. You gotta also think about who you're facing. In a general, I would pick Kronos' Pendant. General. But I'm gonna go situational. So I'm gonna pick up Warlock Sash. So there's 4 items. Now I need a lot of power. So now I'll grab Soul Reaver and then I'll grab Rod Up Tahuti. Rod Up Tahuti is a absolute must. It costs a lot. It doesn't cost as much as Desolation, but it costs so much. And this is the final build after you buy everything. That is 663 magical power, and he goes by ticks. That is insane, guys. That is crazy. And then he's got 214 basic at level 20. Like, after this is the one I'm going to pretty much play as. And I will make it a level 20, maximum gold. I'm going to go Purification, because you never know who you're facing. Yeah, you like that? That was a good rhyme. Now I'll go to Consumables. I can show you other builds. I do have multiple builds of different characters. But this is basically it. Yeah, okay, I'm still there. So now here I'll put in this actually, just in case I need a little more life steal. Don't really need penetration, I don't think. Yeah, I have Obsidian Shard, don't I? No? I'm thinking about whether putting Obsidian Shard in this or switching Void Stone. I think I'm gonna pick, for Conquest, Void Stone. For Joust or anything else, Obsidian Shard. And since I'm gonna be playing Joust, I'm actually gonna switch that and put Obsidian Shard in there now. And then I'm gonna put Void Stone down. Then I'm gonna put a magical, which, yeah, I'll put that, fuck it. So now this is our final build. So now it's, instead of 669, now it's 701. Big difference. I'm not going to, a lot of people don't realize that you have these elixir of power and elixir of defense. Very, very good if you have the coin. If you have enough gold, definitely get it. Don't buy it if you don't have a full build. If you have a full build and you have enough gold after that, go for it. Absolutely crazy. I want to show you guys my ending score. The last time I played Loki, it was with Star. And I think I played Loki a few times after that, but I want to show you a main one after I get done showing you guys what this Anubis can do. So I'll save that build. I'm going to go out here. I'm going to go to custom game. I'm going to go all the way. So now this is basically just to, let me get somebody with a lot of health. Because I don't want it to be like a quick hit and done. Ah, Hercules would be fine. Hold on, let me go back to Hercules. Alright. So now I'm going to start it up. You guys will see, and I see you guys always... I know I could have made that a lot easier, but I see you guys always say, oh, why don't you just set it up if you're doing a, you know, level 20, why don't you set it up to where you can pick your skills, or like it'll automatically pick your skills because they're all going to be the same. Because I don't want to switch something that's working. That's why. I don't. For me, this is working. Playing with a whole bunch of randoms for the past 3 or 4 days, because either I'm not on when my clan is, or this is what I was talking about. This is what you guys are complaining about, right? But let's get all of our stuff. And we're gonna go ahead and pick up these two. But this is your basic power build for Anubis. The reason why you get Book of Thoth before the Reaver is because you want to get the stacks as immediately, as fast as physically possible. And if you guys don't know, there's a cheat where you can run around here, and I could kill Hercules before the game starts, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually try this. I'm not even going to get damage buff. I want to see what it can do straight out. Let's see what he's building. Have I been close enough? No, not yet. Huh. It won't tell me yet. I thought once you've seen the gods, but I guess not. I've always looked after the fight. But we'll go ahead and hit that. And by the way, that was true damage. When you see gold colors, those are true damage. That's when you have more penetration than they have defense. And that's why it does so much. Kill that, and spray him down. Remember, guys, this is a... That is a warrior with... Start around 200 health every 2 seconds. Titan's Vein and defense. That's pretty damn good. And he's a level 20, meaning his life is maxed out. He has a life item, and the life item gives him 2% of his maximum life. It's the Gaia. It's that green little square shit right there. It gives him 2% life. Yeah, 2% life every couple seconds or something like that.
Stop us. Your team has destroyed a middle
it's absolutely insane. And the best combination for Anubis is as soon as you hit your hands, you want to hit him with the wrap immediately. But see, he's too far in right there. So hit. That's what you want. That's what you guys want to do. He actually got out of it a little bit. He was like just in the brink. Hit. Oh no. Oh, his fucking defense. That's right. But that's already insanely crazy. If you guys get damage buff That's a 1 burst on a warrior with defense and health. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back. I'm going to sell all my items. Well, obviously, except these and these. Ratatahooty stays. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of that. And Warlock Sash. And now what I'm going to do is build straight lifesteal. Let's see, right here. So let's build
This
that.
will strengthen my play.
Build that. Let's build that. And let's build this. And now, this is why Anubis is completely insane. He can almost one-shot a Titan with his ultimate. Throw in your 3 after your ultimate, then throw in your 1. Basically dead. That's red for sure.
Bring the pain.
So much damage. And Hercules is almost at the point where he's in complete red. And if you guys know about the health system, it is it is when the color of your health is deep red. I don't understand why he's still running. Huh. But when the color of your health is deep red, that means your health is at least doubled of the person seeing you. Let's throw up some potions. Hercules was a very good test of. He was extremely good. Look at these basic damages. This isn't even with our damage build. This is... Well, watch his health. Instantly full. That's why Anubis is fucking insane. I was actually 1v1ing the guy that wanted me to make this video. And he didn't build Anubis full damage. Or not full damage, or full lifesteal. You see, that's where he fucked up. Yeah, right now I could be doing about 160. That up. I could be throwing 160 out. All I have to do is kill these guys. See, instant life. Full life. It's done. No matter what, as Anubis, you shouldn't die ever when you have full life still. And as I was saying with the guy, he didn't do full life still on Anubis.
Victory is
And
mine.
that really cost him the game, the entire game. Because if Anubis has full life still, there's no way. There's absolutely no way to win. Now, watch how much this... Do you see why Anubis is a bitch on the other team? He can single-handedly take down a Titan with full life still and his ultimate. It is completely ridiculous, but a lot of people don't know the trick. Some people know, oh, his passive has something to do with life still, so let's do that. Well, see, the thing is, you need to put Ratatahooty at the end. That doubles not just like, it won't double your life still, but it'll double your damage. And doubling your damage will take them down quicker, and you get 33% of that onto your life still. Like, it all works hand in hand. You're doing his little dance. This has been a while since I played him. But, just a little recap, a little update. These are all the gods I have mastered. Got them. Got Changey finally today. Got Hel, got Isis, Capri. I love Capri. He is so good. So very good. Yeah, I didn't miss. Yeah, Odin, I guess. Odin's not too bad. You got Scylla, you got Zeus. But yeah, let me take you to the